What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Cleveland Pulse YouTube channel. Today, we are bringing you the news update of the Cavs getting the number 3 pick in the 2021 NBA draft. Just happened a few moments ago. Had the 5th best chance at number 1. Not number 1. And we're behind Detroit, and we're behind who is the second team, Jeff? Houston. So don't know who everyone has picked for everyone except, Cade Cunningham being the number 1 overall pick right now. But, after that, it's kind of a little bit of a swing. And I know I talked to Jeff this morning about potential picks. I'm high on Jalen Green. And so, and Jeff, your guy, you want to talk about him a little bit?
Evan Mobley. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. I mean, like you said, we're in the 3rd overall pick. That's pretty much exactly where you can be expected as far as the draft lottery goes. I think the draft lottery personally is very dumb. I don't think a lot of people take it seriously. I don't know why they do it like that, but I digress. We had a 45% chance plus to be in the top 4. So that makes sense. And we were 3rd. So
Jeff, I got to ask you really, really quickly.
What?
It's such a mess. The draft lottery show itself is like a mess too. Did you hear? I watched on ESPN. Did you hear when they were doing like the first 4 announcements? Yes. People were legit laughing when they were doing the cuts to people just like staring off in the distance.
Richard Jefferson was like, "This is so dramatic."
Dude, it was so funny. And thank God Richard Jefferson was there. But I straight up at like pick 11, I just heard someone burst out of the laughter in the booth, and it was funny to me. But continue with your thoughts. Sorry.
I mean, here's the thing. Either way, like I just told you, I think we're looking at a trade because you assume that Cunningham's going 1. Yep. You assume that Houston needs a big man, and they're going to take Evan Mobley at 2, which kind of annoys me because that's my guy. That's who I would like to take. But then you're looking at 2 guards. You're looking at a guard 3 and a guard 4, whether it be Green or Suggs, who I'm pretty sure I know they're both guards, but you're going to be looking at your 4th year in a row for the Cavs drafting a guard. I'm not seeing it unless they're moving on from someone currently, or they're going to move this pick this year at number 3.
Which would you rather do?
I'd rather move on from somebody we already have, but
it's that someone being Colin Sexton, right?
Absolutely.
That's all right. So my ideal world right now is pick 3, Jalen Green, and you trade Sexton and you get rid of Kevin Love somehow. You package those 2 somewhere, and
I would agree.
You get something in return, but Garland needs to have the ball in his hands, bringing up the court every time. Green's a shooter. He's a shooting guard. So that they'll be way more natural than Colin Sexton and Garland are right now. Three's great. It's really hard because you look back at last year, Anthony Edwards and LaMelo, went 1 and 2. So, right. LaMelo was 2.
Mm-hmm, yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously 2 guys who are very good players, obviously. And then you have Wiseman, who I believe was a little bit injury prone. But the Cavs need to start making moves, and, trading for a player, a veteran player that can bring in some, experience and hopefully star power would be great. I wouldn't mind packaging Sexton and Love and somehow getting a player. And I think that's the most preferred route. And I'm going to be interested to see Cavs Twitter, because I follow a bunch of the Cavs beat writers and all that, and see what their opinions are. Because I'm sure if they're thinking guard, there's no way you're keeping Garland or Sexton. And I think Sexton's the one that's going to end up going out. So you got anything else before we head out?
I'm fine with not getting number 1, really. It would have been nice to get 2 for a little bit more mobility. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I didn't watch a whole lot of college basketball. I don't think Cade Cunningham is changing the Cavs franchise. Hopefully if Detroit picks him, that they get a stellar player. I'm not commenting on his skill and his talent, but from a team and franchise that has drafted guards, almost in the 1st round for the last half decade, it's getting a little bit out of hand. I think it makes more sense to see what Altman can do as far as unloading Kevin Love and making sure that like Cedi Osman isn't a starter next year. But that's it for now.
Absolutely. So guys, listen, if you guys could please leave a subscribe, a like, and a comment, let us know what you guys are thinking, what's going to happen with that number 3 pick, who you want at that number 3 pick, if you're keeping it, if you're not, if you're trading it, who you want to trade it for, or if you want to package players for a potential move that would make sense for the number 3 pick. Let us know down below, and we'll get back to you and we'll talk it out and maybe have a discussion for next week about it. So thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.